Well, hello again, once again, everyone, coming to you from the Skizzlecraft server. My name is RedWolf416. Thank you for joining me tonight on this wonderful evening stream on Twitch. If you are watching this at a later date on YouTube, thank you so much for looking me up. And if you end up liking this, please be sure to hit the like and subscribe buttons. They really help. But tonight, we are going to be digging some resources for my main base build, and I need a lot of red sand and red sandstone. Unfortunately, I don't think red sandstone spawns naturally, so red sand it is. And I just noticed this, though it looks like it has been disturbed. I will still take those. I can always use those. But we are going to do quite a bit of digging. We are also going to be getting some red terracotta and some orange terracotta, maybe. And maybe some plain terracotta. So let's get digging. I think I'm going to suit up a little bit, though, just in case I have any surprises. Excuse me, I had a little bit of a coughing fit there. Now it looks like we've got a little bit of a mine shaft to contend with, but that's okay. We will make do with what we've got. Who knows, maybe we'll find some more goodies. So, in my main base, I am going to be installing, right near the portal, I'm going to be installing a tower. I originally, in my previous stream, I had called it a lighthouse, and I guess in a sense that's what it's going to be, but it is not going to be in the traditional sense. I am trying to come up with a fictional ancient civilization styling, so it's not going to be a electrically powered lighthouse. It's more of like, think of like the beacons of Gondor type of thing, where there's a massive fire at the top, and that is lighting the way for travelers or for ships. So that is my plan, but it is situated where there is some red sand. And it wasn't originally part of my plan, but I thought it would be interesting to put a little bit of red sandstone at the base of it as kind of a gradient to show that kind of like just some sand has been kicked up over time, and the lower few layers of this tower or this lighthouse are they are a little bit dirty. A little bit dirty with the red sand and red sandstone. Pardon me. I tried to mute and it didn't work. Now, on our way out there, I am still continuing to work on... Sorry, I just had to make sure nobody was sneaking up on me. I am continuing to work on digging out, I should say, my nether tunnel for my main base claim, and so I will be doing a little bit of that on the way, because it is quite the endeavor, honestly, doing that. And so I'm just trying to whittle away at it a little bit at a time. Looks like my inventory is full already. Wow, that was silly. Let's see if we can't get this shulker filled with the sandstone, or the sand, I should say. I don't want to convert it all to sandstone right away. I know that that would make it so that I could hold like 4 times as much, but I'm not 100% convinced that I want it all to be sandstone right now. And so I figured it would just be easier to fill a shulker with sand, and we'll convert it into sandstone. And if we decide we need more, like, we'll convert it into sandstone as we need it. And if we decide that we need more, then we can always come back here. But I don't think we're going to be reaching that point. I don't think we're going to be reaching that point tonight. So. Okay. Once we get enough sand to fill a shulker completely, then we will get into digging some of the terracotta, and maybe we'll explore this mine shaft a little bit more. I know with having nearly infinite iron on this server, there's not a whole lot of need to be collecting rails, but I figure if they're there and they're already crafted, I don't see a reason not to collect it. So maybe after we get all this sand and the terracotta that we want, we'll collect some of this rails too. This rails. I speak good English. I'm almost fluent in my first language. Oh, quit being silly, water. We'll just stay away from that bit of sand right now. Let's have this guy not take up any more of our inventory space, because I don't quite want the terracotta yet. Certainly not the plain terracotta. So I have recently been diagnosed with tendonitis in my left wrist, which is awesome. Not really. It's actually kind of annoying. The wrist has been giving me problems over the last, I don't know, 5+ months. And I finally, then this last week, got an official diagnosis that it is tendonitis. Luckily, the doctor says that it is a relatively minor case, but I do have to take some prescription anti-inflammatory medication, wear a wrist brace during working hours, and try and set things up in as ergonomic a way as possible so as to not make things worse. Means that I have a note from my doctor. I am in talks with my boss at my day job. Not ready for that guy. In talks with my boss at my day job. See if work will pay for ergonomic split keyboard and a vertical mouse. So I just messaged my boss about that today, and we are setting up a FaceTime meeting, FaceTime or Teams video meeting on Thursday. So in a couple of days, so we can talk about it. I think that we'll be able to come to an agreeable solution for it, but unfortunately those split keyboards do run a little bit pricey, especially if you want more function buttons on it. I did find that a lot of those split keyboards do not come with a 10-key number keypad. In my line of work, I actually use that quite a bit. So I would also have to get an extra keypad for that. How many more stacks? Did I really have exactly that many stacks? Awesome. 5 stacks. Let's just come over here. By the time we're done with this, there's not really going to be any red sand left, and I see those skeleton feet over there. Let's see if we can suffocate him. Where did he go? Maybe he despawned. Yeah, I'm just not in the mood for some PvE right now. Got to gather resources. Get heading out to my tunnel and out to my main base claim. Just don't feel like doing any battles if I don't have to. Let's go and pick up our trash here and see if that gets us to the 5 stacks. He must have despawned. Fine by me. How are we doing? Need about 42 more. In fact, let's just do this so that we can see how many we get. By the way, I forgot to mention the music that we are listening to is Stream Beats by Harris Heller. He has a very extensive playlist on Spotify. It is DMCA free music, so I don't have to worry about any copyright strikes. And I got distracted. GG. The album we are listening to is Groovy. And that's not my description of it. That is actually the official title. Check him out. Harris Heller on Spotify. All right, we will... Well, let's just get 2 more. Make another full stack. We'll turn that into some sandstone. Just for the heck of it. There we go. That over there. We have gotten lots of sticks from this. Holy goodness. There's way more sticks than I want or need. Let's get rid of the cactus. My main base is in a desert. We've got plenty of cactus, and I totally didn't bring it with me, did I? All right. Where was I? Okay, orange terracotta. Oh, I was really hoping this was going to mine faster than this. I got to get me a beacon or something. Last stream, I was looking for a beacon store, and I couldn't find any. Here I was thinking I was going to get a whole 9 stacks of this stuff, but I don't know if y'all have the patience for me to do that. Let's see here. We'll lay down some torches. Interesting. Didn't realize this one went down further. As long as I don't run into any cave spider spawners. Not a fan. Alright. Well, at least it's lit up. Better watch out. It's probably getting to be close to bedtime again soon. It is. Chock full of butts has been getting all kinds of achievements the last few times I've seen him on here. Two and a half. We'll see how much more I've got the patience for on getting this orange terracotta. Okay, well, in other news, my wife is having her birthday tomorrow. That's fun. My in-laws come and stay with us for the entire summer every year, and they have one more week left before they head back to their home down south. Nobody in the chat yet, though, but that's okay. I will just keep talking to myself as if you're all here. 'Cause who knows? Y'all might be watching on YouTube later or something like that. Oh, speaking of which, a huge shout out and thanks to every single viewer who has been watching my streams on YouTube. One of my more recent streams that I posted on YouTube in the past 8 days is up to 140 plus views, which is, for me, being new to this and being such a small channel, I only have 15 subscribers at the moment. 141 views is amazing, and I appreciate each and every one of you who has made that possible. That is my highest viewed video to date by more than double. So thank you very much. I realize that you all probably saw it largely just because the YouTube algorithm decided to put it in everyone's suggestions. I understand nobody was actually looking for it, but I appreciate it all the same. Just put this sand somewhere. Don't need it. Don't want it. Let's see how much we've got here. Well, we are actually getting close. I think we will do 9 of the orange. I will hold off on the plain terracotta. In fact, I'm just gonna place this stuff down. Hold off on the plain until I know for sure that I'm gonna need it. Right now, that's just kind of more of a, it would be good to have on hand, but I don't really need it. least ways I don't have a plan for it right now. Stack in a bit. Stack in a bit, and then we'll do a little bit of exploring before we head back to the Nether. I thought that was the fourth one. There we go. Now let's find out what that bit is. I forgot to count it. 6. We need 6 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Now, of course, it's glitching out up there. All right, let's go see what else we can find. So I don't have much in the way of torches. Nope, I didn't even bring my ender chest. Well, there's a tunnel up there that I want to check out. See if we can do it without any torches or with minimal torches. Oh, well, that was it. All right. I guess we did it with minimal torches then. No, nothing interesting. Well, I guess that's a good place to wrap up the mining session. We'll put that string where it belongs. Oh, there is a beacon right here. Too bad I wasn't in range. All right, well, I don't see a reason not to just head straight to the Nether tunnel right now. I believe all my supplies for stuff are out there. North. I always seem to have a little bit of a mental block as to which way my tunnel is. I end up going south a lot of times, going all the way to 540 south, which is the exact amount of distance in the wrong direction. Okay, so I have, let's see here. Let's put these in here for now. We're going to make a couple more, not ender chests, shulker boxes. We're going to make a couple more so we can collect some of these resources as we're going. And we are going to also need to dig out a cobblestone box, because we're going to need to lay down some more slabs. So we're going to make this 3 high. We'll lay down some more slabs, and we have at least one more on either side to go. That'll make it 11 wide. And then what I want to do, our limit is 11 wide. I'm hoping that I can get away with putting cobble on the outside, so on the 13th. And that will reinforce it against any kind of explosions or anything like that from, say, a ghast. Which, by the time I'm done with this, there won't be any gas spawning in here. Hopefully I never have gas spawning in here. But, you know, I don't know if I'm going to choose to put some windows in or some gaps. I shouldn't, because admin wants us to keep all of this completely spawn proof. In here. If it's spawn proof in here and there are no windows outside, then it should be completely safe. The idea is a completely safe tunnel. The idea is that these tunnels are completely safe to travel by any means without fear of being attacked by anything. That was fun. So we'll just run down this line here, make this 3 high, run back, deposit some stuff, pick up some cobble. We'll pick up some cobble slabs and then continue from there. Once we've laid down at least 2 rows of cobble slabs, we will head into the base claim and start building up the framework of our tower. We have the footprint made. We did that in the previous stream. But now it's time to actually start building it up. Make it more than just a footprint on the ground. How many people do we have on the server right now? 10, including myself. Awesome. Trying to keep all the holes patched up in this thing. Don't want any nasty surprises. As it is, I've had a few run-ins with hoglins back at that Crimson Forest. But other than that, it's been pretty good. How are we doing? We need to make some space in our inventory. Ooh, that startled me. Let's do that. Wait till this clears, then we'll figure out how we're gonna fix this. I mean, luckily I do have the Potion of Fire Resistance on, so I'm probably flinching unnecessarily when I encounter this, but it's just a force of habit there. That should do it. Now we can get back to it. That is a big open area. It would be fun to go and explore in the Nether, but honestly, there is not really any reason to, since we cannot use this Nether for gathering resources. We have a resource world Nether for that. So I'm not sure what I would do in here other than hunt ghasts or something like that. Which could be useful, but I have to look at what we have in the way of farms. We may have a ghast farm. That would also be nice. Coming up on that Crimson Forest, let's see if we've got any hoglins waiting for us. If we do, I mean, we can shoot them and we can get some more pork chops. Pre-cooked. So I haven't quite yet decided exactly how tall I'm going to make this tunnel. Like I said, we're limited to 11 blocks wide, which is not a lot. Let's see here. We're at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 through most of it. If I do this and out a little bit on the other side, that's going to be 11. So you can see it's wide, sure, for a tunnel, but for what I want to do, maybe not so wide, but I am traveling some 400 blocks, so maybe it's good that it's not any wider than 11. Otherwise, that would be a heck of a building project. But yeah, I don't know how tall I'm going to make it. I want the tunnel to kind of have a little bit of an adventure aspect to it without going crazy. So I want there to be some up and down. Something to pique the curiosity just a little bit more than just a straight tunnel. That is no criticism of other people's tunnels that are straight. There are some actually pretty amazing builds in the tunnels on this server, but it's just not what I want to do this time. If we can fit everything in here. Well, so far so good. What do we got there? That's okay. So we need just shy of 6 stacks per row. I'm gonna do 3 stacks. That's gonna be 6 right there. That's also gonna be 6, and that's gonna be 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's going to be 6. I'm running out of storage space, though. So we will do 2 rows and then come back. And then we'll do the third one out and stay out there. So when we come back to collect that third row, we also have to collect these 2 shulker boxes here. In fact, I'm actually just going to do this. So we are carrying them with us. So we need 6 for 1 row. And it looks as though we need to drink some more of our fire resistance. Glad I restocked on that stuff. Looks like by the end of this session, I am probably going to have to go and get just a little bit of some mending done on my pick. We'll start on this end here, or on this side. The only thing I don't like about doing this backwards like this is I tend to run into hoglins there in the Crimson Forest, and they surprise me and get me in the back. So we'll put on some armor. Maybe we will even do the shield. Sorry if that's blocking anybody's view. But this will just make life a little bit easier for me if I happen to get a surprise attack. Now, I know that since I am skipping a row right now on these slabs, this is not preventing spawns 100%, but I am reducing the spawnable area by 50%, and in some cases, depending on the mob, I am completely eliminating the capability of spawning. Like, for example, ghasts. I believe they need like at least a 3x3 area of solid blocks to be able to spawn, and I am taking that away from them. I do not want them in here. Speaking of ghasts, I hear one out there now. So if my calculations are correct, we will have 10 left when we reach the end of this row. I have a few more. Or a few less than that, I should say. Oh, we are just short. Miscalculated. My calculations were not correct. Takes 3 more than 6 stacks of slabs, which means that I'm going to run out before I get all the way back. Which is a little bit of a bummer, but I'm not going to run out by much. I need to do 6 more when I get there. I think we can manage that. I keep misplacing those, don't I? I think my clicky finger is getting tired. Oh, hi there. I'm glad I'm wearing my gold helmet. Oh, thought I was completely out. And I was like, no! I really miscounted. The end is in sight. For this direction. We got to do one more row, but when we get to that end of the row, we are going to head into our main base claim and start soon doing some building there. Three, 2, 4 left. I only need 3 of those, so this should be the right amount. If it's not, oh well, I will fix it at a later time. For now, I want to be getting on with this. Let's bring gold and the nether quartz ore with us, and let's bring those too. I think that should be okay. How are we doing on our time? Alright, let's bring one more potion of fire resistance. And away we go. Alright, just checking my back, make sure I don't have any hoglins coming at me. Okay, so this time, let's take a guess. I think that I am going to have 1 slab left in my inventory when I reach the finish line on this stretch. Well, that would not work, would it? Oh, goodness. Alright, there we go. 1 left. Let us get our bed ready in case we need that. Guess I didn't need my fire resistance potion. Now with this many people on the server, it is very rarely ever going to be night. Most everybody sleeps pretty quickly here. We'll just keep this in our inventory. Let us go set our spawn just in case something disastrous happens. And look at that. I already had a bunch of red sand. Not enough, but I had a bunch. Okay, let's put this here. And let's just bring... Let's put this in here too. we don't have any coal. We do have some oak saplings. No birch saplings. There's the birch saplings. Let's go make ourselves a little tree garden really quick. I think we can dispense with the chest plate and the shield and exchange that for the rockets. Let's go dig a little bit of dirt. Maybe let's not fly while in our inventory, or let's not be in our inventory while flying, I should say. We'll just level this out and let it turn to nice lush green grass again. There we go. Nothing screams Minecraft like perfectly flat terrain and square corners, which is what we're about to do when we make this farm. I want it here or down here. I guess it doesn't really matter. It's going to get torn up again eventually. I have a method that I like, which is maybe not the most efficient, but you know what? We'll just do it a row. What is that? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That'll be good. Do a couple of those. Don't know if I have any bone meal over here though. So we just might have to wait for that to grow. Let's go get some of the other birch logs over there, which we are going to need to use a lot of birch. But birch grows so easily. I'm going to make some coal. Let's get one more. I'm gonna make some charcoal here. All right, we're gonna get some charcoal, get some more torches. Put the dirt in here. Yeah. That's an empty shulker box. That's the one we want. Oh, and so is this one. So let's deposit these over here. We're gonna have to dig up some of this netherrack. Okay. Sorry, I'm getting slightly distracted reading some of the chat that's going on. Let's see here. We'll put these here. And we'll also lay down a crafting bench. So what I'm looking at is how do things blend together, and it just occurred to me another really good material for this would be acacia wood, and I don't have any here. That's a resource that I'll have to go to the resource world for. Unless I don't think I have any. No acacia. That's oh hey, birch. Let's make some. Oh, I just put all my sticks in there. All right. Man, I really want the acacia so I can set up a gradient. Let us go grab some really quick. I'm going to start with my dark stuff on the left. Medium. Is that's about the same. I'd rather not build with sand. Oh, what I do want though, part of the reason I wanted charcoal, I have to bring this furnace over here or something. All right, that's almost done. All right, let's go set this up over here so that I can show you why I wanted charcoal. Let's see here. That's going to be 1. All right. That'll use 1 piece of charcoal to cook all 8 of those sandstone. And we are going to get some smooth sandstone that is going to be the same color as this. So we'll have some texture variation going on. This texture is going to make this just a hint darker. At least I thought it was going to make it darker. Now I'm going to say switch that. I would say the regular sandstone is lighter than the smooth sandstone. It's surprising, but it is slightly lighter. Now I want to see what acacia looks like. I also want to see what does netherrack look like? What does netherrack look like? Let's see here. This is going to be a big color change. I would almost need to have red terracotta in here first, which if we're going to the resource world, we might as well pick some of that up too, just to see what it looks like. And if we like it, after we look at it for a little bit, if we like it, then we will get some more of it. But I need to go to that resource world. Ugh. Don't know why that didn't work. Well, this is embarrassing. Yeah, I definitely need to make this taller just for the ease of flight. I have any acacia. Alright, so I'm looking for red terracotta and acacia. I have one shulker box here. Ow. By the way I'm blowing through these rockets, I'm going to need to get myself a creeper farm set up real soon. Ow. Let's see here. Resource world. That's where I'm going. I know what I'm doing. No. If you could see me, you could see that I was shaking my head. So we need to go back this way. And we need to find Badlands, the terracotta. We also need to find a savanna, which is probably nearby. Get ourselves some acacia and wood and saplings. Hey, look at that. Nope, that's oak. Let's go over here where the beacon is. Oh, that's so nice. You just hang out by this beacon all the time. This is a very bright red. I mean, it's not as bright as glazed terracotta or concrete or anything like that. But it is pretty bright, I gotta say. How many are we at? We're at a little bit more than 2. Let's get at least 3 stacks. There we go. 3 stacks. Walked right past it. Alright, now let's go find that acacia wood. I do think we're going to need more acacia wood than we are going to have the chance to need red terracotta. So I definitely want to pick up more than a few saplings. Sometimes acacia wood has... how do I put this? Undesirable return. Less than optimal return on saplings. So if I can start out with more, that'll be better. I was distracted by a bee. I was contemplating whether I wanted another beehive. Well, maybe I was wrong. about the return on acacia saplings. That was awesome. Yes, I do have my shulker chest. Call them shulker chests, I just realized. It's completely wrong. Well, not completely. It's 50% wrong. They are shulker boxes. But when nearly every other container in this game can hold stuff. Well, okay, it used to be every other container. When many other containers are called chests in this, that's what I end up wanting to call them. I don't want to call it a box. Or barrel. I suppose I should be replanting some of these. There we go. I do sometimes think it would be funny to just leave a stump there. Just so that people could see how badly I clear cut an area. But no, that would be rude. I don't want to do that. Let's get to where we've got 16 saplings. If we end up getting a little bit more than that because of one of the tree drops, that's fine. Looks like we gotta cut one more. No, there we go. Oh, that was 4. Nice. Oh, I suppose I should replant that. Don't even see where it was. I'll just say there's one there. Not what I meant to do. There we go. I guess that's like my go-to catchphrase. Not what I meant to do. All right, time to head back to our base claim. I'm gonna have to come up with a name for that, though. I don't want to just call it like the desert. Sahara. No, that was a business. Ow. Always the lamps. Well, it looks like the slabs are working. Not getting very many spawns anymore. right, let's take a look at this gradient here. Do I want... Ooh, that actually looks pretty good. Not sure where I would have the need to go that deep of red, but that could prove very interesting looking. Maybe I would make this... Well, I don't know. Make it so that it's more netherrack looking. Let's see here. I have my netherrack. Some more in here. Let's try something. Let's do that. No. There we go. We'll see what some bricks look like too. They're going to be, I believe, a deeper red than that. And then now it's time to see what acacia is going to look like. That is got a little bit more of a red tint. That almost needs to go right there. So that then we can do that, and then where have we got that there? So that is, let's switch these two up. It's interesting that acacia looks slightly out of place. Like I can't figure out where it needs to go. I was thinking it would be good because I could do stairs and fences, but I can do, I think I can do stairs and walls with the sandstone. Let's just take a look at that. I need a stone cutter. Which, what does that need? I need stone. Smooth stone. I don't know if I even have cobble out here. If you have cobble, I can make some smooth stone. Let's go ahead and do that. Well, I might as well chop some of these birch trees while I'm at it. Ooh. That is surprising when that happens right next to me. Now, with these stacked so close together, I may have lesser returns on saplings. It's because the leaves tend to overlap each other, so there are actually overall less leaves than there would normally be. Yeah, I'm definitely not even getting a one-to-one replacement on these saplings. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to spread this row out. So we can get just a little bit more. We're going to do 4 in between. Such a beautiful celebration. Okay, the nether bricks are probably done. Which means that I can be working on those. Making the smooth, not smooth bricks, smooth stone. Let's see this. We're getting a really big gradient going on here, and then we'll make our selection from this a little bit later. This isn't even the main color that I want for this tower. It's actually going to be more of a lighter colored sandstone, like the white sand or yellow sand. I think we can get rid of this though. The acacia was a good idea and it was worth investigating, but it is not working with the rest of the gradient. I think that's certainly better. We're getting a 6-color gradient, which that is a lot, especially since I still plan on going into the light-colored sandstone. And honestly, I have no idea how the transition is going to go from the orange to the light. We might have to use plain terracotta. That might help with the transition there. Oop, that's not right. That need to go here. It sort of looks okay, but at the same time not. I really don't know. Okay, if anybody has any input as to what should go here as we transition to the lighter colored sandstone, which, let me see here. We've got orange terracotta, smooth sandstone, sandstone. We're going to be doing some birch. Birch is a darker color, so let's see here. We're going to be doing strip birch. That is a big jump, though. Big jump. Do I need to switch those two? Does that need to go first? And then... Nope. That is too light colored. So we'll do the strip birch logs. Birch. And what else do we have here? Do we have any regular sandstone in there? We do not. Ow. Bounced off the chest. Let's go with sandstone, and that's sand. I don't have any smooth sandstone in there. That's okay. Just come right in here, and it is almost time to make more charcoal. Let's do this. Now we can make ourselves a stone cutter. Inventory's getting full. Again. Oh, that's in my way visually. So now let's do sandstone, which that might need to go after the smooth. No, it actually needs to go before. That's interesting that with the red sandstone, or sorry, yeah, with the red sandstone, the smooth red sandstone seems a little bit darker. When you squint your eyes, it seems a little bit darker than the red sandstone. Whereas in the regular white sandstone, you have the regular sandstone is darker than the smooth sandstone. It's flip-flopped. But this is the problem area right here. I don't know how to make that transition. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to up, that and that. We're going to put that there and bring this back in here, and we are leaving this as I don't know what. Already this is more gradient than I would like to see. Like, I like to keep it in threes. So I want only 3 colors here. I want only 3 colors here. I'm hoping to bring in the bone block and the nether quartz. There's quartz blocks, smooth quartz. But I really don't know. I really don't know. That will be for another time to figure out. I'm going to deposit all of this stuff in here. Like that. And I think let's head back to the spawn. Make sure I didn't leave anything important here. I do have this and this. I think I had some of that in one of these shulker boxes over here. Nope. 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 I guess I didn't. But I will take it with me now. And I will put you in here. Alright. I am cruising through my shulker boxes and leaving chest monsters everywhere. Nothing that I can see that I need to bring back. There or there. Do need to get more rockets. I definitely need to make this taller now that I've got half slabs in here. It's really hard to fly unless I'm down lower. See if I need anything from here or here. Oh, here's a shulker that I will definitely take. No. No. Okay, all this stuff is good to stay here, I think. For this guy. I want you to come with me. Let me make sure I'm using my silk pick. There we go. Actually, before we head to the spawn, though, I need to go replenish my silk pick. I got a little bit of a workout. Who knows? Maybe we'll run into somebody. I don't know. Oh, looks like there's someone here. Couple folks. I will just have to wait my turn, I guess. Oh, pardon some of the sounds while I change my position in my seat. Just saying a little hello really quick. Alright, sounds like Duns is just trying to get his gear mended up. So I'm just going to sit back and wait till he's done. Then I can get mine mended. Well, you all don't have to sit around and wait while I wait. Thank you all for joining me on this stream. It's been a pleasure, and I'm glad you could join me. And like I said before, if you are watching this at a later date on YouTube, then feel free to like and subscribe, and I will talk to you all later. I will see you all later. Bye.